A very warm welcome to you on Space and Style, your gateway into the world of real estate, architecture, interior design trends, and much more. My name is Olamide Onifade, and today we are going to be having an amazing discussion about a part of the home that delights me the most, and that is how to design efficient kitchens. And also on the show later on, an interior decorator will teach us on how to declutter. But before we jump into all of this, let's check out what we have on the property of the week right about now. Hello everyone. Today I am standing right here in the heart of Lekki in a very beautiful location, and the property we'll be showcasing to you today is a semi-detached 4-bedroom duplex. And to show me this property is my very delectable Victoria. Please come with me.
So I'll start with the guest toilet. This is the guest toilet. Fair enough. Yeah. And right over here we have the kitchen. Let me just walk you through the house.
This is a very, you can also use this space.
Okay.
You can even convert it to a bookshelf or something.
That's it. You can, do a bookshelf here. So let's check out the kitchen. This is a fully fitted kitchen. You can see how spacious it is. I'm sure every woman is going to love it, right? We have the smoke extractor, the microwave, and the oven. And over here, the storage spaces where you can actually, store your items. And here, let's check out the rooms. Wow. This is just like a football pitch, really spacious. This is the master's bedroom.
So let's go to the boys' quarter.
All right. Okay, this is the boys' quarter. It comes in suite. Let's go in.
So I hope you enjoyed the viewing. Welcome back to the show, and moving on into our discussion today. The kitchen was once an area dedicated to only cooking, but in recent times, kitchens have evolved themselves as the heart of the home and a beehive of different activities. A well thought out kitchen will combine elegance, aesthetics, and functionality. So while it is important to consider the decor and the interior styling of your kitchen, the layout and practicality must be a fundamental consideration, as the layout of your kitchen is what makes a kitchen design successful. And to discuss this topic with me is Joylene Agbamuche. She's the CEO of Home Affairs Designs and a graduate of the British College of Interior Design in the United Kingdom. She specializes in designing smart and sustainable kitchens that inspire happiness, health, and well-being. She has over 10 years of experience. Thank you, Joy Agbamuche, for Joylene, sorry.
Yes, Joylene.
I've never heard of Joylene, I've heard of Joy.
Yes.
What's the difference?
It's they mean the same thing.
Wow.
But then the other one is unique. I've only met one person with that name.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so to jump into the discussion, because we barely have time.
Yeah.
What is a practical kitchen? What are the considerations when you want to build an efficient kitchen? Where should you be starting from?
Okay, very good. Where to start from is actually your budget, okay? So because you have to check how much you have in your account, how much you want to invest. So I say invest, not spend, because you're investing in your home, you're investing in your life. So check, start with what you have, how much you can spend, because that will determine the kind of cabinet you want to use. That will determine the appliances, whether it's high-end, low-end, or medium-end. It determines a lot of things. So that's where you start from your budget, and then you move to another thing to consider is your lifestyle. Lifestyle has to do with the usage. How do you use the kitchen? how often do you cook, and do you entertain a lot, because it affects the layout, affects so many things. Okay, and you also consider the size
of your family.
Yeah, the size of your family, and then you consider the size of the kitchen that you want. Okay, and the functionality. What are the activities? What kind of activities do you plan to carry out in that kitchen? Do you want to be entertaining? Do you want to be cooking and have friends and family over? Just sitting somewhere cozy whilst you're cooking? Do you want your kids to do their homeworks in the kitchen whilst you're cooking? Do you want to sometimes work there? Do you want it to be comfortable? So all of those things, you bring them into consideration before you start to build. So those are some of the things you look at when planning your kitchen.
I know, of course, that there are different layouts in the kitchen, and it affects how functional the kitchens are. Yes. So from your perspective, okay, I want you to take us through the different kinds of layouts and tell us which one is the best.
Well, first of all, I'll start by saying that the layout of a kitchen, the best layout of a kitchen for you is the one that works for you and the one that is functional. So I'm going to go through the types of layouts, and you now decide what works for you and what's functional for you, because I can't choose your own layout except I really, really know your lifestyle and everything and the kitchen side. So we have like 4 to 5, like I will mention. We have the one wall layout.
What's that?
You just have your cabinet on one wall. So that works for a kitchenette. In modern homes now, we now have 2 kitchens. One is a major kitchen downstairs when you cook and everything. Then we have a small kitchen upstairs called
that's
a kitchenette.
The dry kitchen.
Yes.
Or the dry kitchen, if I'm correct.
I call it kitchenette.
Okay.
So the kitchenette is just a small kitchen upstairs. So maybe at night you don't want to go downstairs. So it usually have a microwave and a sink and what else? Microwave and a sink and a fridge. So you go there, make a cup of coffee, do something. So that's a kitchenette. So in the kitchenette, because it's very small, one wall layout works so perfect. Or maybe the kitchen is really small. If it's a very small space, then one wall layout. Then we also have the U-shaped. So the layout is just like a letter U. And then we have the U-shape is good if you want more storage. So if you're looking for more storage and your kitchen is big enough to take in a U-shape, then that will work perfectly for you. Then we also have the L-shape. L-shape is it looks very sleek and elegant. If you are looking for a minimalist kitchen, L-shape works well because then it doesn't come with so much cabinetry, and so there is a lot of space. And then you can, put in an island too if there is enough space for that. Then we have the galley layout. The galley layout it works best if you have like 2 chefs or 2 cooks at the same time. So there's enough space for both of you to work at the same time without bumping into each other or stepping on each other's
So how does that look like?
It's parallel to each other. So you have like 2 ones on opposite sides. So that's how it works. And then we have the G-shaped. The G-shape is like a twist of the U-shape. So at the end of the open, you know how U is, so you just have maybe like an island at that end where you put some stools, and so that makes it a G-shape. Okay. So those are the most common kitchen layouts that we have. So like I said before, the one that is the best for you is the one that is functional for you, and then the one that works for you. So you check your kitchen size and your lifestyle and your usage, and then you choose what works for you.
Okay, so in all of that, what are the appliances, flooring, lighting, and all that is best that you should include in the kitchen?
Okay, that's a very broad question.
So slim it down as much as possible.
Okay, so the appliances for, apart from, okay, there are so many things to put in the kitchen, right? So
Okay, I would rather say what are the very important appliances that every kitchen must include?
okay, every kitchen must include. So we already know, of course, there is the fridge is there. That's for the fridge must be there. The microwave, very important. The oven, very important. Then you have the cooker hood, the one that takes out the hot air out of the kitchen. So that is also very key. I know sometimes people use this small expeller. That one is not effective.
Won't do the job.
No, it doesn't do the job at all. So it's a cooker hood, the one that sits on top of your stove. But there is this new one that is called a Downdraft System. So with that, like, you know, some kitchens, you find out that there is no space to put that big one, okay? But with the Downdraft system, it's
Comes
installed.
with the, yes, I think I've seen that before.
Yes.
Okay, so that's more practical.
Yeah.
So right from when you're cooking, it takes all the heat from the burner.
So you press the button and it just comes up from the countertop, and then when you're done, you press the button and then it goes back in. So those are the key things. There are so many other things that you can have, but those are the major appliances that you should have in your kitchen.
So what about lighting? What kind of lighting? What kind of flooring should we have?
So for lighting, there are three lightings that you should have in a kitchen. We have the ambience lighting, the one that just like lights up the whole space. Then we have the accent lighting, is maybe your chandelier, you want to put your pendants or your chandelier is decorative. And then we have the most important one is the task lighting. The task lighting is the one you usually have under your cabinet, under the upper cabinet, because that illuminates your countertop, okay? So without the task lighting, it will be, if you're cooking, it will be really, maybe you're chopping something, your veggies on the countertop, you will discover that your shadow, because you're standing and you're backing the ambience lighting, you will cast a shadow on what you're doing. So you won't really have this brightness that you're looking for. But if you have your task lighting, which is installed under your
the cabinet.
Yeah, the wall cabinet. So the kitchen is nicely lit. You see your pot of soup or whatever you're cooking. You see what you're chopping, especially at night. So
Wow.
those are the things.
All right, we're due for a short break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, and you're still watching Space and Style, and Joy Agbamuche is still here in the studio with us discussing kitchen designs. Okay, so before we went to the break, we were talking about the very essentials in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But however, what about painting? Because I know for some people, they don't even like tiles. I've gone to a lot of kitchens that they don't use tiles. They use paint instead of tiles. Is there a difference in the kitchen that has paint or tiled?
Okay, so for the tiles, I prefer that tiles in the kitchen. First of all, it gives a good grip to the cabinet. When you are installing your wall cabinets, a tiled wall holds it firmer than just a block, because sometimes the blocks are soft, so you can't really tell whether it's going to hold it up or not. So it's safer, for the walls to be tiled. And then it's also because, kitchen, water and all of that, it's easier to maintain.
Okay, backsplash.
Backsplash, yeah, it's easier to clean. So for maintenance and keeping your kitchen clean, tiles, it's easier as well to clean and maintain.
Okay, so if you decide to use tiles, what colors do you think are the best? And if you decide to paint, what colors do you think?
Okay, for kitchens, I usually say colors that are timeless, colors that are, that are calm, and for your walls, you should go for colors that will take in anything, because for example, if you put like a red tile on your kitchen wall, it's going to start detecting every other thing that you do in that kitchen. And because it's tiled, you can't just wake up and break it and retile. So you use something, use a neutral color that can go with anything, just in case you decide to swap something, you know, just to change, maybe update your kitchen so that your wall doesn't become a problem.
Because I was going to that for those of us, or for some people that have old kitchens, how can they revamp their kitchen so that it will become modern, but they don't have to rip it apart generally? Because we all know how much all this things cost. Having a new kitchen is very expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So what do you advise?
Okay, so if you want to update your kitchen without ripping it off, you can you can spray the cabinet, but that's only if the cabinet is still strong. So if it's still holding up, it's still firm, it's not falling apart.
But what if it's done with probably HDF or MDF? How possible is that to respray it?
No, you can spray HDF. Yes, we do spray HDF. Yeah. It's possible to, except if that's the matte HDF.
Okay. So what if it's glossy? Matte. You can't do that.
No, because
that's
already you can't. The paint cannot stay on it.
On the glossy. Okay. So what are the other things that we can also do?
The hardwares. The hardwares are the handles, the knobs. You can change those ones, and then it will really make it pop and make it look new. You can change the runners and the drawers. You can, because modern kitchens now are just like seamless, and you just touch it and it opens, right? So you can change those hinges. You can change the runners so that it can just become open automatically when you touch them. You can also install smart storage systems if it is possible. The smart storage systems are your plate rack, the inbuilt plate rack.
So we've moved on from the exposed one to the inbuilt one.
Yeah, because that's how modern kitchens are built now. So modern kitchens, you don't go to your kitchen and see plates and everything and racks on your countertop. Everything is hidden. Even right in the fridge now is hidden. So you can have inbuilt fridge.
Okay, that flushes with a cabinet. Yes,
you have the same cabinet door, inbuilt dishwasher. So you don't know there's a dishwasher there except you touch and then it opens. So you can put in your you can install smart storage systems. Like if it's possible, because why I say if it's possible is that those the cabinets are built specifically for those storage systems. For example, the inbuilt plate rack. So if you are fortunate to have maybe a cabinet that is exactly the same size with the plate rack, you know, some are 60 cm, some are 90 cm. So if your cabinet, for instance, is 60 cm or 90 cm, so it means you can install it in your old kitchen, right? So you can add all of those things, and then it will help to
and change your appliances too.
Yeah, you can change your appliances. You can also swap some of your wall cabinets. You can swap it with open shelving, because open shelving is also trending now. You can.
I was going to go there, so don't even go there yet. I was going to ask you about trends for 2022.
Okay. So you can also change your cabinet doors to glass doors as well. So that can
all glass.
No, it's framed with wood.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Yes.
So yes, not all glass.
No, but I've seen kitchens that are all glass, and I really don't understand how practical that is.
So the faucets that are trending now, they're so stylish. They look like an accessory, but it's a faucet. And
well, how functional are they?
They're very functional and strong as well. And then another thing that is trending is I said automated appliances and automated fixtures as well.
What do you mean automated? You're just saying automated. Can you please explain to lay people what you mean by automated?
For example, the tap. So you don't need to. It uses a sensor. Once your hand goes close to it, it comes on. in the kitchen. So that's an example of an automated
So what about the
system.
ovens and
Yes.
fridges? Do you have automated ones too?
Yeah, everything is so many.
So how does an automated fridge work?
So there is this fridge that is, I'm not into computers, so, but then there is this fridge that comes with a screen in front of the fridge, so you can do amazing things on that screen. So some of these fridges, they work like a normal TV as well, but it's on the fridge door.
Okay,
Right?
a television infused in
Yes, on the
fridge.
door of the fridge, yes.
Wow.
And then they have this dishwasher, this dishwasher that is automated in the sense that it doesn't have a handle. If you just like knock on it 3 times, it opens by itself. Then automated doors and drawers, you just a touch and then
Just a tap.
just a tap, it opens. So those are automated stuff, you know.
Wow.
And then people are incorporating this, you know, Alexa thing, voice activation into the kitchen. So
Alexa, bring my food.
Yeah, Alexa. Then Alexa can help you bring up a recipe, whatever.
Wow.
So those are, yeah.
Wow. Interesting. But unfortunately, this is all we can take on the discussion this week. But definitely, Joylene will be here with us next week for the concluding part of the discussion. Up next is the design tip of the week. Enjoy.
My name is Dr. Morenike Basharu, CEO and Creative Director at Deria Options Limited, an interior design firm. So today we're going to talk about how to make a space look luxurious and without breaking a bank. All right, so I guess today we're going to talk about just tips on how to do that. So the first thing I want to talk about is the use of colors. So what are the luxurious colors? So we're going to talk about colors like white, grays, and most importantly, metallic colors. Bronze, gold, silvers, copper, and all that. So usually when you're going to combine these colors together, you're going to do it in a ratio 2:1. So you're going to use like the grays, the white, the blacks, the brown, and you're going to put in like one metallic color, like a gold, or you're going to use like a silver. So another thing you can do to get that feel is to ensure that your space is totally clutter-free. Right? So like that, we try to put in a lot of shelves that are very decorative and stylish shelves, you know, in spaces. And we use natural materials. The use of natural materials in a space makes it look luxurious. So let's take a feature wall, for example. You can put stone on a feature wall, or you can do like wood, like a wooden panel on a wall, on a feature wall, or on any other wall for that matter. So the use of natural materials like stones, like wood, you know, gives you that luxury feel that you want. Also, another thing you can do to get that luxurious feel in a space is the use of the right lighting. So we want to focus on ensuring you create the sense of space. So you don't want too much walls in your space. You don't want too much furniture in a space that you want to give that feel of luxury. So you want to, or you want to use a chandelier that is very dramatic. So use a beautiful, dramatic chandelier. So it can be maybe the one item that you're going to spend a little bit on, you know, then the pieces that you're going to put around, maybe the artifacts and the accessories that you're going to put around, the golds and the silvers, the butterflies, like metallic butterflies, you want to put in your recessed walls, and you want to put a light to focus on it, you know. And also, another important thing to do in a space to make it feel like $1 million is actually the use of the right materials. So if you look at your furniture, for example, you want to use materials that are soft, to the skin. So we use suede materials, you want to use velvet materials, you want to use like 100% cotton materials in your space on furniture. And also you want to use furniture that are very easy to keep clean. You don't want furniture that will gather dust over time, because when you have furniture like that in your space over time, it makes the space look kind of tacky. So you want furniture that has surfaces that is very easy to clean in your space. So today, let me give you the tip to take away. So your space, if you want to make it feel like $1 million space, just change those throw pillows. And
to move to the concluding segment of the show, let's hear from our artisan on the intricacies of his craftsmanship.
I started this carpentry business after I've been trained locally, and I also went for technical knowledge of it. Well, as a poor boy born by poor parents, I don't have any option, because after my secondary school, I intended to go further, but due to lack of funds, I have to embark on this one. And it's because of my background. That's why I learned this work. Our role on construction are so many. Number one, we have to do the form work. We have to start the form work again. We have to do the form work. We have to stand the column if there is column there. We have to do the German floor. And after the German floor, then if there is decking, linted. After linted, then we do roof, and so many other things when we are talking about construction. And it's not limited to building alone. You can also still do furniture in the house. You can construct bridge or drainage, or any other thing that are related to carpentry. It's my profession. Number one must be physically fit. If you want to do carpentry, a sickler cannot do this work, because it requires energy. And anyone that requires energy, a physical person needs to do it. So if you want to be a good carpenter, you have to be fit. Coming for limited, I will come and do that one for them. They come in for standing column, I will come and do that one for them. They come in for slabbing or decking, I come to do it for them. Or they come in for roofing or any repairs or drainage construction.
Encourage young people to do this job.
I say it's a lucrative job. It brings money. It's a lucrative job. It's bringing money. If you are so faithful to the work, it's bringing money. Because by the grace of God, I build out, buy cars, so it's a lucrative job.
And that is where we wrap up today's show. And thank you so much for watching. And remember to watch the concluding part of our discussion on efficient kitchens next week. Same time and on the same station. I am Olamide Onyefade. And until I see you again next week, this is Space and Style.